What's going on YouTube? This is Pervious1030, and I know I usually do garden videos. I'm outside in my garden doing that sort of thing, but I'm going to do something a little bit different this evening. I wanted to do a review of my crossbow. Now, this crossbow is very near and dear to me because I got it for Christmas by my family, and they love me very much. It used to have iron sights. It's just like $150 crossbow. It's nothing extravagant. However, this $150 crossbow will kill game. So, the basics, it's a very strong crossbow. I think the pull on this is 60 or 80 pounds. It's up there. Anyways, and on the bottom here it has this foothold, which I put a rubber band around so I could keep it taut to the rest so I ain't got it flopping around in the woods, so it's pretty quiet. And you probably see this little red thing right there, and what that is my own fire starter encoded in wax. I just took some dryer lint, put it inside of those, they call them baby cheese. They're like little rolls of cheese about this big. They got the wax cutting. Take that wax cutting off and you just stuff the dryer lint down in there and pinch it off, close it up, and it's waterproof. So if I drop this and I'm out in the woods and I get lost and I drop this in water, what have you, I'll still have fire starter. And I got some other stuff that I did to this, some other modifications, which I'll get to in a moment. I have a 4x15, I do believe, BSA or Crossman scope. It's just a little 22 Crossman scope. It's only good for about 20-30 yards, and that's about all you want to go with this. Let's see here. Yeah, I took the iron sights off. I got those actually put away. And over here, there's a place where you can hook on a quiver, which I would like to do one day whenever I get one. And then over here I did some modifications. I just put this in for identification purposes, so if anybody ever did steal my crossbow, I would know that this is my crossbow. And right here I put this little steel plate in there, and behind it, if you guys can see that, I have steel wool inside of there, which if you have a battery, some steel wool, you start a fire. The really important things to me whenever I'm out in the wilderness, if I get lost, is my, keeping my core temperature where it needs to be. Water, obviously, and heat, fire. So to cook with and boil water, you need water. So fire is pretty important. So I try to keep a couple sources of fire on this. Now, as I did my Rossi 20 gauge video, I also put stuff in the butt of this weapon. However, unlike my Rossi video, this is a little bit more difficult to get off. So I've said it before, if you're in sub-zero conditions, using this is going to be next to impossible. Ambidextrous, you can't feel your fingers. Strip out a screw in the middle of the woods, and you're going to have to do what you're going to have to do to get it what you need as far as supplies. But I just don't tighten them down that tight, and it really does help as far as getting these screws out. So, let me take off one of my wood screws here. I'm about to loosen this other one. I think I tightened it down a little much. There we go. So, and then I will gladly take this off. And what do I have here? I have a miniature, I have some small hooks and some rope. Miniature little fishing kit deal there. I also have some more rope, which just unraveled. Here we go. Some snare wire. You never know whenever that'll come in handy. It's not a very big snailer. That'd be something for like maybe a very little rabbit or a squirrel, or possibly a part of a trap. things of that nature. I also have more line for cordage. Cordage is important in the wilderness. And this is like a very basic kit, guys. This ain't nothing that's going to keep you alive for years or months. This is a, oh crap, I need fire now. Let's see here if I can get these out. Boy, I should have put a string on these as well. I think I'm going to do that. Whenever you put stuff in the butt of a weapon, make sure you put a tab string on stuff like this, because it'll get stuck in there like I'm dealing with right now. But worst case scenario, all else fails, pull out your gerber. And that's another thing, a multi-tool, it comes in handy in day-to-day situations, and anybody who has one knows they're just awesome. So, very important lesson can be learned here, people. Don't cram stuff in the butt of your weapon, because sometimes it's just a little hard to get out. There we go. Now, I probably destroyed a couple of those, and I'll probably have to replace them. However, the important thing is they went in there. And all I did was drill a couple holes. I still have sawdust in this one I have to get going, which I will do right now. Alright, dump that in the garbage. It's no good to dump it on the floor. So, that's my crossbow. I've shot it. It shoots pretty smooth. I need to get more bolts for it. And I think in Colorado you have to have a special license to hunt with a crossbow. But these are fun to shoot. Anybody with disabilities who wants to bow hunt could use a crossbow and fare quite well, I might add, as far as that goes. So that's my video on my crossbow survival kit. So I'm going to do another video here shortly on one of my other bows. Until then, see you guys next time.